Welcome, dear listeners, to a new episode of Arwen's Whispers. Today we are breaking down a book that's nearly 100 years old, but still more useful than most modern money advice. The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. This is not a step-by-step guide or a finance textbook. It's a series of parables, simple stories set in ancient Babylon, each teaching a lesson about wealth, work, and wisdom. The characters might be ancient, but the ideas are real-world practical. Spend less than you earn. Invest consistently. Avoid dumb risks. Learn from people who have done it. And above all, stay disciplined. These stories are short, but they stick. Let's break them down and pull out the money lessons that still hold true today. The main character, Arcad, the richest man in Babylon. The book centers around a man named Arcad, known as the richest man in Babylon. People come to him for advice, wanting to know how he built his fortune when they have been struggling their whole lives. And here's the key. He hasn't been rich. He started as a poor scribe, but through discipline, smart choices, and consistent habits, he built wealth slowly and surely. Arcad agrees to teach others the lessons he learned, and this is where the timeless principles begin. Lesson 1. Pay yourself first. Arcad says that first step to wealth is simple. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. In modern terms, save at least 10% of everything you earn, no matter how much or how little. Before you pay rent, before you pay bills, before anything else, pay yourself. That money isn't for spending, it's for building. Most people say, I will save what's left after expenses. But guess what? There's never anything left. The rich flip the script. They save first, then live on the rest. Lesson 2. Live below your means. Arcad teaches that controlling your spending is just as important as saving. Don't confuse necessary expenses with desires. Just because you want something doesn't mean it's a need. He says, get your desire in check and you will always have enough to have and invest. And here's the truth. If you can't manage $500, you won't manage $5,000. Wealth isn't about how much you make, it's about what you keep. Lesson 3. Make your gold multiply. Once you are saving, don't just let the money sit there. Arcad says, make the gold multiply. In other words, invest it, put your money to work. In modern terms, start a small business, buy stocks or index funds, invest in real estate, anything that grows your money over time. Money sitting still is money, getting eaten by inflation. Wealthy people don't just work for money, they make money work for them. Lesson 4. Guard your wealth from loss. This is a warning against bad investments. Guard the treasure from loss by investing only where the principal is safe. Arcad once gave his saving to a brickmaker to invest in jewels and lost it all. Lesson learned. Don't invest in things you don't understand. Seek advice from people with real knowledge, not just opinions. This is the ancient version of don't take crypto tips from your Uber driver. Lesson 5. Own your home. Arcad says that owning a home creates a stability and pride, and that stability helps you build wealth. Now, in today's world, this one is more flexible. Buying a home isn't right for everyone, but hear the idea. Control your living situation. Don't throw all your money into rent if you have better options. Whether you buy or not, the point is to think long-term about where your money going, especially your biggest expenses. Lesson 6. Invest in yourself. This is one of the strongest ideas in the book, and it comes through multiple times. The man who seeks to learn more of his craft shall be richly rewarded. In today's term, keep living up your skills, read, learn, improve. The more valuable you are, the more you can earn, save, and build. Arcad didn't get rich by accident. He studied, he listened to monitors, he took what he learned and applied it. Your income will often rise in preparation to your personal growth. Lesson 7. Take action, don't wait. One of the characters in the book delays taking a business opportunity, hesitates too long, and ends up with nothing. The lesson? Action is foundation of all success. You can know all the money rules, you can read all the books, but if you don't do something, nothing changes. Start saving, start investing, start learning, start now, even if it is small. Bonus story: The Tale of the Slave Who Becomes Free. There's a short story in the book about a man who becomes a slave due to debt, but instead of giving up, he works, saves, repays his debts, and earns his freedom. The takeaway: no matter how deep the hole, discipline, honesty, and persistence can get you out. It's not about luck, it's about choices. Even small ones, done consistently, can turn your whole life around. So, what we can learn from a book written in the 1920s using stories set in ancient Babylon? A lot, because while tools change, apps, accounts, investing platforms, money behavior hasn't. The core truths remain. Spend less than you earn, save consistently, invest wisely, avoid stupid risks, keep learning, and take action. The richest man in Babylon isn't flashy, but that's the point. Wealth isn't about hype, it's about habits. So if you have been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure where to start, just remember Arkad's words. Start thigh-purse to fattening. Start where you are, with what you have, and do it now. Thanks for listening to this episode with Arwen's Whispers. If this episode gave you clarity or a little spark, share it with a friend. And remember, the journey to wealth isn't about knowing everything, it's about doing the simple things again and again until they work. It was Arwen with you. See you next time. Bye bye.